Hello, I'm Claudia, and today we're going to talk about books I want to read in 2024. So we're going to start with this stack of physical books I have, and then we're going to talk about ones I don't have in physical book, but still want to read. And who knows if I'll get to all these in 2024, I guess we'll see at the beginning of the year, but I'm a mood reader, so I'll have to read them when the mood strikes. So first we have one that I wanted to read last year but didn't get to. So this is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. It's highly recommended. They made a TV show out of it, and I want to check it out and see what it's about. Up next, we have one my mom got me for Christmas, and since I want to go to law school, I want to read this book, 24 Hours with 24 Lawyers, and I'm not 100% sure what it's about, but it looks cool. So up next is one I actually started in 2023 and then put down because my loan went back to the library, and my mom was kind enough to get it for me, and this is How to Kill Men and Get Away with It by Katie Brent. It looks really interesting. Up next is one that I also started reading in 2023 but then didn't. See how far in I got. This is Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Tooley. I very apologize if I mispronounce his name. This one looks really interesting. It's been on my TBR for a while. I actually picked it up in the bookstore not realizing it was on my TBR, and then started reading it. It was like, hey, why does this book look so familiar? And it was on my TBR. Well, still is. Up next, we have one My Secret Santa Sent Me Lose You to Find Me by B. Celeste. Not sure how you say that, and I apologize if I said it wrong. So this one is one I want to read this year. And then finally, I have Ruin of Roses by K.F. Breen. And this one also looks really good. This is the last physical book on my TBR. I also want to reread the Throne of Glass series, or at least like the end of it, but that's something that's not new, so we're not including those. But this one is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which looks really interesting. And now on to books that are not on my physical TBR for the year are, first of all, Crescent City 2, which is House of Sky and Breath, I think. I read the first one in December and had the second one out from the library, and then I was doing finals and it was busy and I couldn't read it. So that's one I want to read, and I'm waiting for my hold to come in from the library. And then I also want to read Crescent City 3 this year, House of Flame and Shadow, and I just really want to know if Aylin's in it because everybody said that she might be, and if she is, then I'm gonna want to read it sooner than later because she's my favorite Sarah J. Maas character. I also want to read, coming out in August, is Apprentice to the Villain, which is the second book in Hannah Nicole Mayer's Assistant to the Villain series, which I enjoyed. Next, we have Capture the Sun, which is the third book in the Starlight Shadow by Jessie Mihalik, and I really like the first two, so I want to read this. I also want to read 3 books by Robert Brinza. I will put all 3 covers up. One is Fear the Silence, which I'm buddy reading with one of my friends. The next is Fatal Witness, which is part of the Detective Erica Foster series. And the third one is one that is coming out in a week, a month, something like that. And that one looks good. One that's kind of everywhere on Book Talk and that I've seen recently is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. So that's one that I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. And then finally, the last one on this little list I have is Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I know Lauren Asher wrote another series. I'm not sure which one. I think it might be the Dreamland Billionaire series. So that is a list of all the books I'm currently planning on reading in 2024. I hope maybe you got some recs from it, and if you didn't and you've already read all these books or read any of these books, let me know if you like them or not and how much you like them. And I'm genuinely curious what everybody thinks of all of them, so please let me know. If you have any other things you think I should read or you want me to review on that you want me to read, drop them in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please and thank you. And feel free to subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Storygraph to follow my reading process because I don't use Goodreads anymore. And I really like Storygraph. So I'll see you next week.